going to go first. I made a decision.
What's going on with your mic now?
It's probably on headphones. It's probably just on the headphone option. Shamalama ding dong. Are you talking about from Bruce Almighty?
No, I was Harry Potter. Voldemort goes. It sounds like he's saying abracadabra.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we finished watching those last night.
Did you cry?
No.
You don't cry in like the scenes where like Hogwarts is like losing and everybody's dying. You didn't cry with poor Fred?
Didn't cry. But you know what I did realize?
Sad scene. And then Tonks and Lupin.
I don't know who those people are. I did realize
you know who Lupin is.
Oh, okay. I did realize that the main character in one of my comfort shows, How to Get Away with Murder, he's in that last movie. Notice that.
Who is he?
I don't know what his name is in the movie.
Is he white or black?
Black.
Oh, it's probably...
he's tall.
Yeah, it's probably the guy with the headdress on.
Nope. He doesn't wear a headdress.
It's probably, what's his name? He becomes a minister of magic, I think.
Why is it that every time, like the last like 5 episodes that
we start with
done.
Harry Potter?
Yes.
Because you've been watching them?
Oh, that's probably why.
Shoot, what's his name? It's bothering me really bad. He's literally like the only...
Alfred and Koch.
Oh. Dean. Oh, that's right. That is Dean Thomas. Okay. I thought... Because... Yeah.
No, his name is Alfred. Oh, he's in one?
Yeah, he's in all of them. Because he's one of the ongoing characters.
Oh. Oh, he is in all of them.
There is... except for... oh, shit. What is their name? Malfoy's 2 buddies. They changed the guy in the last movie. They changed the actor in the very last one. He's like, he goes from white and then he's a skinny black guy.
Yeah.
It's like, what happened?
He just had an extra friend. I completely forgot.
Malfoy or Doyle or... I'm so off today.
Did you see
so ashamed of myself right now. Did
you see the Snapchat? I don't know if you saw it yet. I sent you a Snapchat of Alice
trying to pick colors for stuff.
So I told her to sort through the paints and put the ones that are new in a bucket and put the old, like throw away the old ones.
Yeah.
And so she grabbed this thing that she made a hat. Like she pretended it was a hat.
That's what I was because you didn't show what she was doing, but that's what I was. That's what I assumed that she was doing. She was doing like one of those things where you get, if you make it, then that's it.
She was just putting it on the hat, and she was deciding if the paint was new or not.
Oh.
And she could tell, like this, it was like a lid to something that was the hat, and she was like, "You are," and then she like made up some like, "You are newer," and put it in the. Newer house.
That's what she was doing.
Yeah.
I was confused. I was like, is she like picking? Oh, I see. Yeah. I see.
You are old in
that's
the
what you meant.
House.
Copper.
Yeah.
Something about copper.
Yeah, each one was the colors, and that was their names.
Macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
Brick red.
Oh my gosh, I really hope that she does not ask to rewatch.
It's fine. They're so amazing.
It's fine. It's just...
It's fine.
So much.
Okay.
I made her watch Punk'd, though.
Nice.
Yeah. That was a good one.
Such a good show.
Yeah.
It was a good show.
It was fun. And she'd like ask me who some people are, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's Pink. Here, look, listen, this is the song that she plays." And she's like, "Oh."
I posted something the other day about how MTV had such good old shows.
Yes, I saw that.
Room Raiders.
Oh my gosh,
Parental Control.
So
and
cheesy.
Next.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So cheesy. Also, welcome to our podcast.
Oh yeah, what's up? How's
And
it
happy
going?
Mother's Day, everyone.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Bree.
Happy Mother's Day, Amy.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to my mother.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Sorry, I don't know why I hesitated with that.
Yeah, that was awkward.
I was trying to figure out if I want to say mother or mom or madre or just,
I thought you almost
Mommy.
looked like you were a little disappointed.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Nah, I love you. No,
love
she's
you.
going to hear this in like 2 years from
Yeah.
now. So, happy Mother's Day, Mom. It's not Mother's Day where you're at because you're not listening on Mother's
Because you don't
Day.
listen to us.
But I still love
updated.
you because you still support me. So, yeah.
And
You're the best.
She is awesome.
She is. She's really awesome. Your mom's awesome too.
She's healing.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, my mom's doing way too much for me right now.
I'm going to be, right now, Mother's Day, probably cleaning my house. And
Nice.
probably be a little bit mad about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I will be right behind you doing the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, yay. This is wonderful.
I will say that being a mom is my favorite job in the whole wide world.
It really is.
As cheesy as it sounds, I love
It's the
being a
most
mom.
rewarding.
Yeah. I love my kids.
Me too.
So thank you, girls, for making me a mom.
So, speaking of Mother's Day, describe the perfect Mother's Day for you.
Getting up, having a mimosa,
Okay.
going out to breakfast, or like a late
Yes.
breakfast.
Yes.
Coming back home, the house is clean,
Mm-hmm.
not having to do anything.
Like the laundry's done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I do everything the day before.
Yeah.
And my kids make me something.
Aww.
Like and maybe flowers, but I don't really. It's I like flowers. Okay, yeah, flowers.
we
Let's
all
not
do.
lie.
Yeah.
We say we don't want flowers. We want flowers.
We want flowers.
Get your mom and get your wives flowers, guys, because that's what they actually want.
They 1,000%. And
Even
don't
if
want a
they say.
plant. Don't
They're
give
like,
me a
I
plant.
don't want that because it's just gonna die. It's just a waste of money. No, we're lying. We
Yeah,
want them
we want
because
them.
beautiful, pretty live
It's fun
things
to
make
look
us
at.
smile.
Yeah.
Yep. And if you get the nice ones, they last longer. So,
Yes. Yep.
what about you?
Very similar. But I want to sleep in till like I don't want to sleep in too much where I feel like the day was wasted. So like I want to get up at like 9 because that's actually kind of
Yeah.
early.
That's a good time.
But and then like just peace and quiet. I want a cup of coffee that's hot but not too hot, where I can't drink it. And I want to go out for brunch. And I don't want to like feel too full where you're miserable afterwards. Sorry, I thought about this.
Yeah.
And then I want to go do like an activity.
Yeah. Go do something.
Go like to a museum
Yeah.
or something cool like that. But like
with your family?
Yeah.
With your kid?
yeah,
With Alice? Yeah.
with my family.
No, I want
by
to go somewhere
myself.
by myself.
Yeah. Also, that would be nice though too. And then come home to a completely clean house. Laundry's like all the laundry's done and folded and put away, and
You hear this, Rick?
he doesn't listen. And then like just hang out and do like gaming with my fam bam or something
Yeah.
or a movie.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Very similar. Yeah. I think that's what every mom wants.
Yeah.
They
I
don't
mean, a
want to.
lot
They
of
don't want to
us-
have to do the things that they have to do every day.
Every day. I don't
But
wanna
also,
have to
they
make-
want to feel appreciated for those
Yes,
things,
yeah.
and we want to spend time with our kids.
We want to, but we also want alone time.
yeah. Also, if the kids start screaming and crying,
Take over.
Yeah,
Take
just step in.
over.
Just be like, no. We're not. We're gonna go take a walk, kids. Let's give mom
Let's
some time.
go for a walk.
Let's give mom some time to get in her makeup and do her routine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Ugh, that sounds so nice.
The older I get, by the way, I've learned that I enjoy that morning routine more of
Yeah.
like putting my makeup on and like putting my skin stuff on. I feel like such a lame person for saying that, but like I just enjoy it more. Like taking my time to actually get ready.
That makes sense. I don't like doing that on the weekends.
Yeah, I'm not like a person that I'm usually like a person that like rushes to get ready and like takes like 5 minutes to get ready, but
Oh.
like lately I like to take my time.
Take your time.
It's just
yeah.
more relaxing, and I'll listen to like my Harry Potter book.
It's
Sorry.
embarrassing. I listen to a podcast, or I'll sit there and watch TikTok.
Shit, I had a question for you.
Yeah, you said that you had a question for me yesterday.
I don't remember what it was.
That's nice.
Son of a biscuit. It's okay. I meant to write it down. It was a really good question, too. It was one that I had already had my answer prepared for.
You didn't write it down?
No, I thought I did.
You need to write these things down.
I thought I did, but I guess I didn't.
Okay, well, while we're waiting, because maybe it'll come to you.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you my neighborhood story.
Okay.
So this is from Reddit, and it says, when I was little, I lived in a retirement community. There was an old lady and an old man that were dating, but they were the most dramatic couple ever. They would get into fist fights and try and
Wow, rude.
Where is she? Okay, my mom sent me a link to like a national park.
Oh, that's cool.
Why? Okay, so I'm gonna start over. It says, or blah, blah, blah. I got this from Reddit. When I was little, I lived in a retirement community. There was an old lady and an old man that were dating, but they were the most dramatic couple ever. They would get into fistfights and try and flirt with others to make each other jealous.
Oh my gosh.
So
They were older couple?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's very healthy.
Probably not.
But, you know,
But also, if it's like fun, you know?
It's I bet it's fun for people to watch. They're probably like $10 on the wife.
Yeah. No, they weren't even a couple. They were just dating.
Oh.
They weren't married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wilding up in the retirement community.
Yeah, there's totally healthy to get into fistfights. It keeps you active.
Yeah, exactly.
I've heard.
Yeah.
And also like ready to go in case somebody comes at you.
At the age of 80, you need to be careful of that.
People with gangs.
Yeah.
Gonna steal your dentures.
Yeah.
Your pudding, Jello.
Yeah.
Mm.
The 50 plus gang.
Yep.
Have you heard of it?
No.
It's bad.
Yeah. Well, now I've heard about it.
Everyone that's over 50.
Careful, because they'll get you in that shuffleboard game too.
Oh, yeah.
I hear they play some crazy bets on that.
Oh, and you know, instead of using normal weapons, they use canes. Have you seen that? It's awful.
And sometimes when they get really extreme, they carve the end of their canes.
Oh, snap.
Like a shiv.
Oh. Can you imagine those canes that like come apart and it's like inside of it's a sword?
It's contraband. Oh man, God bless people who work in nursing homes, man. People who are in nursing homes. It takes a lot of patience.
It sure does.
And a lot of heart.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear a story?
I want to hear a spooky story.
All right. I'm taking you to a whole new place today that I've never been. A whole new world. Actually, nope, not there. It is in China.
Oh, snap.
That's in not. Are you doing yours in China?
All right, let's get down to business to defeat the Hans.
There we go. Okay, so I'm going to be telling you about the Beijing Forbidden City.
No way.
Forgive me if I mispronounce things. I don't think I'm going to mispronounce too many things because they were all pretty. There wasn't a lot. Anyway. Okay. So the Forbidden City in Beijing, China, is located in the heart of China's capital, Beijing.
No way.
What? No way.
Did not know that.
It's known for its deep red walls and golden roofs seen in many movies, like The Karate Kid. And I think Mulan, yeah. Also the new Karate Kid with
I haven't seen it.
With Will Smith's baby. It was built between 1402 and I believe was finished built in like 1420, so it took quite a few years to finish it.
Yeah. They were busy working on the Great Wall.
They had to separate their time.
Yeah.
It covers about 57 acres, which is also probably why it took so long to build.
Jeez.
It's composed of over 90 buildings and 9,000 rooms, being the largest palace in the world.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
can you imagine doing hide and seek in there?
Oh, yeah.
Ultimate hide and seek.
You'd have to have like teams of like 1,000.
Probably.
It'd have to be like manhunt.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Around 1 million people helped build this palace. It is surrounded.
1 million?
Yeah.
Dang.
That's a lot of work. It's surrounded by water and a moat, of course. And as of 2018, the market value was estimated at about $70 billion.
Jeez.
The Forbidden City was the political and ritual center of China for over 500 years, home of 24 emperors and empresses. Some of them were even fake ones. They would just like come into town and be like, "Hey, I'm an emperor. I'm going to go to work." Like, "Okay, cool."
And it was just like a free vacation.
Yeah, they would just like
Hang
act
out
like they
there.
were the ruler. But they would hang out there and their families and servants. So the rulers were pretty sick,
Okay.
not in a good way. When it was opened, the builder Ming Emperor Yongle in 1421 ordered his men to kill nearly 3,000 people.
Oh my, why?
There was a whole thing on it. It was like a political thing, and I
Oh.
didn't want to get too much into it.
Yeah.
And that night, it's described that the floor was flooded with blood. Even children, girls as young as 12 and 13, were brutally
Babies.
ripped apart,
Oh my god.
and some people were hacked into pieces.
Brie.
The last occupant, Pu Yi, was evidently mischievous as a child and sadistic as an adult, brutalizing servants, tormenting his empress and consorts, and issuing empty decrees in his kingdom. So, like, making people do shit for, like, no reason or whatever, or just, like, stupid shit.
That's pretty pooey.
Yeah. Pooey. Poo. His wet nurse recalled him making his servants eat dirt and pies filled with iron fillings.
Are you sure they weren't pooey pies?
They were.
That's so
I love that.
sad.
The predecessor of Pu Yi, Empress Dowager, or Empress Dowager Sixi, that's kind of, would often take out her enemies, including her royal consorts, by tossing them into the watery depths. This lady gave death sentences left and right, too. And this gave her the name of the Dragon Lady.
Oh my.
In the royal dining hall, the royals had servants taste their food before they would eat it
Sure.
to check for poisons. And this was mostly successful. But in 2008, they found remains of Emperor Guangux.
Mm-hmm.
And they were found there, and they believed that they were poisoned to death because they found like arsenic.
Oh my gosh.
That's just a touch of the palace's brutal history, by the way. All
That's
this stuff.
insane.
Stories of homicide, regicide, fracticide, infanticide, and all the sides were all over the
sides.
place.
All of them.
All in this place. All the sides were here.
There's a main course and then all the sides.
All the sides. All the fixins.
All the fixins.
Murder with all the fixins. That's messed up. And even in 1424, a fire burned down over 250 buildings, taking many individuals with it. And
It's a really It's a really good Thanksgiving shirt.
yes, murder with all the fixins.
All the fixins. Okay, keep going.
But as of now, the palace is no longer home to rulers and is a museum. So,
Oh, okay. Oh, I would love to go there.
yeah, seems like it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty big.
I love Chinese ancient history.
Oh, that makes sense because you love Mulan.
Yes.
And your husband.
Well,
He loves Chinese food.
yeah, I didn't marry him for that though. I learned that after we got married.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize how like
Much
his palate.
how obsessed he was
Yeah.
with his food. Like, I mean, he's got good taste in food.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, so obviously there's paranormal here. Chinese folklore or Chinese beliefs in like ghosts and stuff like
Yes,
that
they
is
do.
very fascinating.
They're what was I just
What are
gonna
you
say?
calling them?
Ancestors. And-
Ancestors.
yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of really fascinating beliefs and whatnot and tales. So according to their folklore, ghosts are taken very seriously in Chinese culture and should have been told to avoid them at all costs. Confucius said, "Respect the ghosts and gods, but keep away from them."
Oh.
So to protect against spirits, the Chinese have guardians on every doorstep to keep evil spirits out, called gatekeepers.
Mm-hmm.
And they also have high steps that you have to carefully step over in a lot of places. And in the palace, they have a ton of these. And it's
Yeah.
because they believe that ghosts can't jump.
That's adorable.
It is. It's that one cracked me up. But
Ghosts
I mean,
probably can't
it's
jump,
not
but they probably can float.
yeah, like they just go through the wall.
It's really cute though.
That's okay. I guess I'll just stay in here from now on.
Oh man.
Dang it, they built a step here.
There's a step here.
Shit.
I don't know how to go over it.
I'll just go through the wall.
I'll just go through the
Through the window, through the wall.
the sweat dripping
Down my silhouette. So obviously, orbs and mists have been captured in photos here. Cold spots, even cold breezes in and out of the buildings have been felt.
Okay.
Visitors sometimes get the feeling of being watched or
Ew.
just the feeling of sadness and great loss,
Yeah.
which that's really sad. Some feel something touching their arms. Some people have reported voices, whispers, footsteps, and clashing of swords.
Oh,
It's just like, like, oh shit, they're coming for me.
it's with those
It's just a ghost.
the cane
It's
shanks.
it's the old folks home.
It's the old folks home.
The samurai grandpas.
The samurai. The 50 plus samurais.
Ghost dogs have been seen running in the narrow corridors of the city. Sometimes have even charged at people and pounced at them.
No.
It's like no. Some have claimed to see piles of phantom bodies on the floor and pools of blood.
Oh my gosh.
Apparitions dressed in different traditional clothing have been seen, sometimes headless. And when it's dark, people have reported flute music coming from inside the walls because they close it right at 5 o'clock and people can hear from the outside.
Whoa, I really like that flute music.
I
That's
know.
cool.
It's just, I don't know. I can't think of a fancy flute player. Oh,
It's just Lizzo.
Ron Burgundy
oh, I
from
don't know who that
Anchorman.
is. Oh,
He
I
plays
said
flute.
Lizzo because
I think
she's
I think it's the flute. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
really big into it.
Lizzo's really good at it.
Oh.
She's like.
Oh wait, I've seen that. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. She did on a talk show or something, right?
Mhm.
or maybe-
she
I don't
brought
know.
it to the Met Gala this year.
Yeah.
And she's used the flute of one of the presidents, the presidential museum or whatever. They let her borrow it.
Oh, cool. So that's where our money's going. Yeah. A flute.
A flute.
A presidential flute.
Yeah, no, it's just in the archives.
It's probably one of the past president's flute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just
And
messing.
they let her borrow. It was such a
That's
big
cool.
deal.
That is
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Sorry.
You're fine. Doors often open and close on their own. People have claimed to see a woman dressed in white walking on the grounds crying and then vanishing.
Oh.
Some people who have also seen her have said that she shrieked and chased them off.
Okay.
In 1995, a guard at the Forbidden City was watching TV in the guards room. You know what guards do when they're there for no reason for 6 hours.
Yeah.
And two colleagues of his bursted into the room looking scared. They claimed they had seen a woman dressed in all black walking away from them, and when they chased her, telling her to stop, they cornered her, and when she turned around, she had no face.
Ew.
When returning to the location, she was nowhere to be found.
Okay.
I also found somewhere that the lady in black has been seen running from soldiers.
So this is different from the lady in white.
Yes, two different
Ah,
ladies.
Soldiers.
Lady in black, lady in white. We got all the ladies.
We got all the ladies.
Whoa.
Calvary.
So that's all I got for that. I have 2 Yelp I'm scared reviews. They didn't come from Yelp, but that's what I'm
That's
calling
what they're
it.
called.
Yes. The first one is from I'm just going to say Lorraine. In 2022, she said, I was there in 2008 during the Olympic Games visiting my husband while working in Beijing. We visited the palace in August. We were around It was around 10 a.m. I was wandering around the terraces and taking photos. Someone gave me a big hug from the back and was surprised that he or she puts hands inside my shorts pockets.
Oh, that's weird.
So I turned quickly and there was no one close by. My husband was a few meters in front of me and no tourists to be seen. I felt the hug so much and I told my husband that someone had just hugged me. He quickly understood what I meant and told me, don't start. He hates these topics.
Oh.
He's like, no, it's not haunted. No. What was strange is my husband never puts his hands in my clothing pockets as he is very tall and I am only 5'1". So who hugged me must have also not been too tall. For me, the palace is haunted. I was also pregnant at the time and I didn't know it yet. And I saw someone else's comment and they were like, oh, because they commented on it and they were like, maybe it was like them like congratulating you or knowing.
Been. But why do we got to put our hands in our pockets?
Why do we have to touch? Why can't we just say, hey, congrats. You're pregnant.
Or what if they...
It's a boy.
You know what would be weird is if they hugged from behind.
And grabbed her belly.
Grabbed her belly.
Yep.
Oh, that would be weird.
That would be so weird. All of it is weird regardless.
Yeah.
I don't want a ghost to do that. And you guys just don't do that, okay? Just don't.
Just don't do that.
Just do that, okay?
Please don't.
Cool. Just
That's
write
really
a
cool.
letter.
Write a letter.
The next one is from a Trevor in 2018, and they said, I've been to the Forbidden City, but unfortunately did not see any ghosts. Super unfortunate. However, during my visit there, I felt cold breezes rush past me. And it says, but then again, I visited during a late autumn morning, so it may have been the weather. But a couple of people were saying there were breezes in and out of the building. So
yeah, that's something that's been known.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I got for the Yep, I'm Scared reviews.
I love those.
As of today, the Forbidden City is the most visited museum in the world.
Whoa.
The website says no more than 80,000 tickets are issued daily. And from all the reviews I've read, if you plan to go, bring your walking shoes and make sure you make an entire day of it because this place is freaking huge.
Whoa.
Oh, and watch your step because everybody complains about the tall steps and like bringing toddlers and stuff like that. And also beware with bringing little kids to this because it's a lot for little kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the Forbidden City in Beijing, China.
Oh, I want to go.
I know, it sounded really neat.
I want to.
I love the culture.
Yeah,
It's just fascinating.
Yeah. I want to do the marathon on the Great Wall of China. That's like on my bucket list.
There's a marathon on that?
Yeah.
Oh my
every year.
gosh.
And then
Why?
I want to just visit China.
I don't
Like, I don't care about going. Rick wants to go to like Korea and all those other places. I want to go to China. Just China. That's it. I also really have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. I want to go to Australia.
Oh, I have someone we can stay with.
Oh, yeah.
We'd probably be happy to see you.
Yeah.
He's heard all about you.
What's up, guys? How you doing? It's doing good. You got anything going on? Nope. That's cool. I should put on a show right now, but I'm not going to because it's really embarrassing. Tony. Come here. Come here. You're such a brat.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Like, stop yelling at me. I'm under pressure because I realize now I don't know what to do because I'm just sitting here and I'm like, oh, wow, this is for the public to see now because this is These are all on YouTube, and people can watch these. So I don't know what to do in this free blank of space of time. You know what we should start
Oh,
coming up with? If we have a bathroom break, we should start asking like trivia questions, so no one can answer them.
that's a good
Or
idea.
telling knock knock jokes.
We don't normally have bathroom breaks anymore.
No, yeah, we're
We
pretty
used
good
to a
about
lot, but I don't know. Maybe we're just our bladders got better.
it. I don't know. I have to pee, but I don't have to pee that bad.
Oh, I had to pee since I got home.
Oh yeah, no, that's not cool.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you my story now.
I'm still also trying. Sorry, I'm still also trying to think of the question I was going to ask you earlier. It's okay.
So I'm going to tell you, in honor of Mother's Day, I'm going to tell you a story about something awful.
Okay, cool.
Um,
I'm here for it. Listen up, moms.
And this one actually is pretty recent, and I remember it all coming out when it happened.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so this is the story of Jennifer and Sarah Hart. Jennifer Hart and Sarah Gangler met while they were both attending Northwestern University. Both were majoring in elementary education. Jennifer had grown up in Huron, South Dakota, and Sarah was from Big Stone City, South Dakota, right on the border of Minnesota.
Were they friends?
They met while they were in high school.
Oh, okay.
Or in college.
So they became friends? They're just two individuals you're talking about. Cool.
They became friends.
Okay.
And more.
Okay. Sorry.
That's okay. When Sarah graduated in 2002, Jennifer also quit school, and they claim to have lost friends. They claim to have lost friends when they came out of the closet as a lesbian couple.
Oh, there's the and more part.
Yes.
There we go.
So when they moved to Alexandria, Minnesota, and they both began working for the same what can I say? Retailer. I'm sorry.
You looked like you had some kind of like tick or something. real.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I kept wanting to say realtor.
I was expecting you to say realtor. Retail.
So they both began working for the same It's because I've said it so much this week. Retailer. So they bought a house, and Sarah changed her last name to Hart. So that, because I'm sure back then it was still not legal. I don't know. So this is at the same time Jennifer had completely cut her father out of her life. Her parents had divorced when she was 12 years old. Visiting her father on the weekends, living with her mom, that sort of thing. But he agreed to let her move in with him when she was 14, but she started getting into trouble in the same time, in the time between school getting out and when he got home.
Okay. So
she was getting into mischief, so he sent her back to live with her mom. Sorry, I'm not talking about you. I'm just kidding. Jennifer may have still resented her father for that, so... and he said in an interview that they both had a disagreement with each other in 2001, but that wasn't about her dating a woman.
Okay.
But he claims he had never known about their relationship at the time. But so the woman, they moved in together. They both got the job at the same place, and at the same time, she had just cut off her dad. That's not really relevant to the story, but just kind of gives you maybe a backstory of Jennifer. In 2004, the two started fostering a 14-year-old girl. Her name was Lee. In a 2018 interview with the Seattle Times, the girl recalls being placed with Sarah and Jennifer in the summer before her junior year of high school. She says that the first 6 months went really well. They kept busy with activities that Lee had never really done before, like going to amusement parks, camping, going out for ice cream, things that she never really had before. Lee says that she was enjoying living with the couple in their 2-story home with their dog and a number of cats. So the Harts had asked her if she wanted to stay with them until she was 18 years old, and she said yes. At the same time, Sarah and Jennifer began preparing to adopt a group of children, who were all siblings. Lee recalls that when they talked to her about being like this big sister, and she was so excited. She was like, yeah, I've never had like a family like that. Like, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
And
family.
Yeah, and the Harts and siblings.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. The Harts traveled to Texas to meet the first set of the 3 children that they were going to adopt. When they returned, they showed pictures of the children to Lee, because they hadn't fully adopted them yet. And she recalls them all being really excited for this new change in their lives. And unfortunately, 1 week before the adopted children were scheduled to arrive at their house, the Harts dropped Lee off at a therapy appointment and never returned.
Okay, that doesn't... What?
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah. So the
You
therapist...
just leave your kid at the therapist of all places.
I know.
Like, the grocery store and one thing, but, like, come on.
Yeah. The therapist had informed her that she was going to a different foster home, so the therapist knew about it. The new family picked her up from the therapy appointment, and when they brought her to the home, all of her belongings were already there.
Oh, so they were planning it.
Yeah.
And why would you tell her that? That's so messed up.
So cowardly.
Yeah.
There were reports that Sarah and Jennifer made claims that Lee ate out of the garbage, which, okay. But Lee denied that ever happening. In her interview with the Seattle Times, that's where she denied it. She also reported that the women claimed that Lee was suicidal, and they didn't want that negative energy around their adopted children.
So you're just going to...
Dump her.
She's suicidal, so we're just going to, exactly, dump her and not tell her about it.
Yeah.
And make her more suicidal, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
that
smart.
checks out.
That
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. So Sarah and Jennifer Hart were planning to adopt 6 children total, 2 sets of 3
Jeez.
siblings. Yeah. Some people might ask why adoption. Some people would, maybe ask an adoption agency why they would allow so many children to be adopted at the same time.
Yeah.
And the truth is that no one did question the adoption agency.
That's so ridiculous, especially since they just, like, dumped the last one.
Yep. The adoption records are sealed, but that adoption agency actually has a history of violations and was found to not have properly conducted home studies for pending adoptions.
Oh my gosh.
So maybe that was a bad idea. That's probably why they went with them though. The adoption of 8-year-old Marcus, 4-year-old Hannah, and 2-year-old Abigail was finalized in November of 2006. Sarah continued to work as the manager of the department store Her Burgers.
Not his. Her burgers. I was going to do that.
Yes, I did. While Jennifer stayed at home with the kids. Friends and relatives.
I'm sorry, whose burgers?
Her Burgers. Friends and relatives of the couple said that when they visited, the children never spoke. One relative said that Jennifer is extremely strict, and she said if the kids did anything she thought was wrong, she would snap her fingers and say, "Get in the corner, no food for you."
Jeez.
Yeah. So the same relative said anyone who questioned her parenting would be cut off. She said Jen wouldn't have anything to do with you if you disagreed with her, which sounds miserable. The next 3 children, 5-year-old Devontae, 4-year-old Jeremiah, and 3-year-old Sierra, were adopted in June of 2008. So that was only 2 years later.
Oh my gosh.
Was that 2 years later?
I'm trying to remember when you said the first one was.
Yeah, I think it's on this side. Yeah, a year and a half later, actually.
Okay.
So it was only one small mistake that changed the course of those three children's lives. The biological parents of the set of siblings, Sherry Davis and Clarence Celestine, lost custody of their children due to drug use and neglect. Priscilla, uh, Clarence's sister, uh, the children's aunt, biological aunt, she said, or she had petitioned to gain custody of all three of the children in 2007. And everything was great. She was an excellent candidate. You know, she was becoming the children's new guardian. She was, she was a family member, which is a plus.
Right.
She had a good job. She moved into a bigger home for them, and she had no criminal record. So this was a perfect placement for them. The three children plus another sibling who actually didn't get adopted by the Harts lived with the aunt for about 6 months with no issues. But then Priscilla's employer called her and asked her to work an extra shift, and she agreed because she needed to make money, and had Sherry, the bio mom, come over and watch the kids.
Oh, crap.
And it just so happened that a social worker made a surprise visit at that same time.
Oh, man.
And found the children in the care of their biological mother. So they immediately removed them from the home, and Priscilla and her lawyer fought to retain custody of the children, but it was no use.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah, the state quickly found the three children a new adoptive family. That other sibling that wasn't adopted by the Harts was placed in a psychiatric facility.
Oh my gosh.
I don't have any information about her, but in 2008, so now we're back to the Harts.
Okay.
So they have 6 adoptive kids now.
Right.
In 2008, a teacher questioned Hannah, one of the daughters, about bruises she had on her left arm. Hannah told the teacher that she had been hit with a belt by Jennifer and claimed that this has been going on for months.
Oh my gosh.
When Jennifer was questioned about it, she denied it, and immediately all of the children were withdrawn from the school for the remainder of the year. So, red flag, you know.
Yeah.
No charges were ever filed about that
And
abuse.
no visits were ever given?
No, because they're already adopted.
Oh my god. So you don't have to like follow up?
I would think that they do, but I don't know.
I feel like they should. Sorry.
This is also that adoption agency,
Yeah.
so maybe
And
I would
years
think
ago.
that like a social worker follow up, but maybe the social worker works within the adoption agency, so I don't know. After a couple of reports of bruises, giant red flag, but apparently okay. In 2009, Sarah, Jennifer, and all the children moved to Connecticut, where the couple officially married in March of 2009. So the Harts sent an email to family members announcing that they were planning to extend the family even further. 6 more kids. They already have 6 kids. It turned out that Sarah was attempting to get pregnant. In the email, Jennifer wrote, "After 10 years of talking about this, we have decided on a donor. This month will be the first time she will have done the actual procedure. It's kind of nerve-wracking." So that was in the email.
Okay.
In July, Jennifer sent another email claiming that the baby didn't make it. Well, that's sad.
Yes.
We all know how much in vitro is, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's very
Thousands.
expensive. So you would question, how could a young couple raise 6 kids and pay for in vitro on a single salary? Because remember, Jennifer's not working.
Well, don't you get money for
Adopting children?
Yeah.
Not always.
Okay.
Once
okay.
they're adopted, that's it. But it depends. So it turns out they were receiving between $400 and $500 a month per adoptive child, plus Social Security benefits. So I'm wondering if all those kids were on the spectrum or something.
Yeah, I was
like
about
that.
to say if they're like disabled, I know like that.
You do get
will-
money, yeah. But it was I don't have any information about that.
Right.
Some believe that that was their motivation for adopting these kids. In 2010, Abigail told a teacher that she had bruises on her back and stomach, And according to Abigail, Sarah and Jennifer Jennifer told the teacher this. Abigail told the teacher that she had bruises on her back and stomach. And she said that Sarah and Jennifer, her moms, had found a penny in her possession and believed that she had stolen it.
A freaking penny. You can find those on the side of the road.
Yeah, they held her head under cold water while hitting her.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
baby.
Isn't that awful? For a freaking penny. A freaking penny.
For anything. That's awful.
Yeah.
You're... okay.
So
Continue.
when authorities interviewed the other children, they all said that they had been spanked, grounded, and had food withheld from them. Which I understand, like, grounding is not that bad, but I'm not...
Right, like, I'm all for, like, you know, not super gentle parenting. Right. Like, I try to, like, do gentle parenting at first.
Normally
but
doesn't
then,
work
like,
out.
you know, like a pop on the butt or, like, go to your room.
Right.
Or take something away.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go shove my kid's head in the water.
Or withhold food from
them. Or
withhold
freaking... like, I try. You know how long I make them sit at the table to make them eat their food?
I know.
I never make them...
I mean...
I pay for that freaking food. They're going to eat it. You're shitting on yourself right there.
But the thing is, like, I can understand, like, okay, no, you didn't do your chores. You don't get dessert. But not a meal.
And also, these kids are already coming from broken homes.
Yeah.
So, like, they're already messed up, and they need, like kids from broken homes, I feel like they need gentle parenting. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So, sorry.
It's fine. I'm just going to get mad. I'm not going to cry. I'm going to get mad.
I know this story is definitely going to make you mad. It already is. But so the claims were finally being taken seriously, and Sarah ended up pleading guilty to assault, and she was given probation. And guess what? She gets to have her kids still.
Oh, that's so smart. And yet they took them away from the perfectly healthy aunt.
Yeah.
Who let their actual mom watch them for just a couple hours.
Which I can
when people
understand.
let, like, you know,
I know.
a 10-year-old stay home by themselves, and that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Glad we're... Continue.
So in 2001, Hannah told the school nurse that she hadn't eaten all day. And of course, Jennifer denied this claim. Shortly after that incident, all the children were taken out of public school again, and they began homeschooling, because that's not a red flag. After Sarah's probation was up, the Harts moved the family to West Lynn, Oregon, a suburb of Portland. And they moved into a ranch house that had chickens and goats that the children would take care of, which that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
For them. Well, there's someone made an anonymous report about the Hart children looking malnourished. Authorities opened an investigation and interviewed the family and friends about how the children were treated. Sarah and Jennifer were described as harsh discipliners who forced the children to raise their hands before speaking and were not allowed to wish each other a happy birthday.
What?
Isn't that weird?
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Don't you dare. Don't you do it. I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear that birthday song.
Do not sing it.
Unless they were like Jehovah's Witness, which
Maybe.
They weren't. But
yeah.
So one family member said that the children were poorly fed. A friend said that Jennifer's reactions... My shirt fell.
Is it tickling you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one family member said that the children were poorly fed. A family member said that Jennifer's reactions were always overblown and her punishment seemed unnecessarily harsh. Interviews with the children didn't turn out well either, but eventually the police weren't able to conclude that they were guilty of any abuse during this time, so case was closed.
Did you go and look at the kids though? Did you go and talk to the kids?
Yeah. They did, but they were like,
we don't believe them.
Yeah,
let's
they're
not
kids.
Take
they
them
don't know what
seriously.
they're talking about.
Yeah.
Jennifer always.
They all have the same story too.
Yeah. Sounds like they rehearsed this by themselves.
Very well too.
Yeah.
The tears, fake.
Fake crocodile tears.
Yep.
Give me a break. Jennifer always maintained a carefully updated Facebook page showing an active family. She had photos and videos of the family at music festivals and on the road trips. And so I'm going to mention this later, but this boy is actually viral for two things. This video that I'm about to explain. This video that I'm about to explain to you, and then another thing that he's giving a police officer a hug, and he has like a sign that says free hugs, and he's giving a police officer a hug during a riot.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure I'll send you the photo because I know you've seen it.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah. Devontae.
What year was that in?
2008. I will send this to you. Copy image. What's your name?
Bill.
I knew it.
Bale.
Why can't I paste this?
I can just look up his name.
There, I just sent it to you. You know, you were probably a little bit younger when it was going viral.
I had a lot of stuff going on that year.
Yeah.
2008. Oh.
So that's the one during the riot. But this one, Jennifer shared a clip that you can find on the internet of Devontae going up to a man singing at the Beloved Festival, and Devontae was like completely embracing this man that was singing at this concert. He goes up to him and gives this guy a hug. He completely embraces him, and you could like clearly see that Devontae is like sobbing.
Aww.
Like probably because he felt love for the first time from this person. The
He's
description
starving.
of the
He's freaking starving.
Yeah, the description of the video says, "I would like to personally thank for capturing the video of my son Devontae with Xavier, I don't know, at Beloved Xavier. I was shooting still photos, so I was hoping that a quality photo would arise at some point. This moment is forever etched in our hearts, and most likely anyone who was there to witness this raw human love. He was wearing his free hug sign that he travels the country with. He's hugged thousands, sharing his love for all. There is a long story behind the emotion and why this moment was so special for Devontae. Thank you for enabling anyone to live this moment again through your video."
Yeah, a long story behind it.
Yeah, meaning he's never felt love.
He's never been loved.
Yeah.
Cool.
It seems...
Oh, I'm such a perfect person.
Yeah, I was taking pictures, so I couldn't video it. So, it seems as though Jennifer was using the children, especially Devontae, to display their political opinions because they were very outspoken about their political opinions. Some of them were like pro-love and kindness, and ironically,
Yeah, I was about to say.
the children were not getting that. On November 25th, 2014, the Harts attended a protest being held in downtown Portland, and this is that photo that I sent you. The Missouri grand jury had chosen not to indict the police officer who shot and killed Michael Brown in Ferguson.
Okay.
Just months earlier, Devontae had been holding a sign that read "Free Hugs" when the officer approached him and asked if he could have one. And a freelance photographer snapped the picture and it went viral.
Okay.
But there are rumors that say he was forced to give out free hugs, but there's no evidence that that is true. I'm sure his parents were like, "You should give out free hugs," and it became his thing, you know.
Right.
There are many photos of Devontae holding a free hug sign at various locations over the course of many years. A lot of political protests and stuff like that they were at. There's no way to know exactly if that was about him being forced to or not. In 2017, the family moved to Woodland, Washington on 2 acres of land, giving them more room between them and their neighbors.
I don't know if I'd want to bring my kids to a political protest.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Just because of like how violent some of them can turn out to be, and how just you don't need. They're just unpredictable.
I agree.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd want to do that. Not that I'm judging anybody. If you do, that's fine. Go for it. What's wrong?
I'm trying to find the thing that I needed to send myself. I don't think.
Oh, man.
I found it. What?
Yeah.
Okay. That's perfect.
And I have to pee.
That I feel is being highly abused, and I can't wait till Monday. It appears that I feel it appears that.
Hey guys.
I like that. I want one of those for my house. I want the scan your ID part. All right. Sorry,
Okay.
thank you.
No, you're good. So in 2017, the family moved to Woodland, Washington, on 2 acres of land, giving them more room between them and their neighbors. The closest neighbor was.
Oh, I'm sure they'd love that room, so
Yeah.
nobody be in their business.
Yep. The closest neighbors were Bruce and Dana Delcabd. The couple claimed that the family was never spotted outside and they always had their blinds closed. I feel like that would be something that someone would describe my family as.
Yeah, you know,
Or
especially in the
summer blinds closed.
summertime.
Yeah. August of 2017 at 1:30 a.m., Hannah jumped out of the second-story window and ran to her neighbor's home. Dana and Bruce were
second-story window.
Yeah. Dana and Bruce were woken to the sound of someone knocking on their door. They answered the door and Hannah told them that they are racist and they abuse us.
Oh.
And the couple actually thought that Hannah was around 6 or 7, but she was actually 14 years old because of how malnourished she was.
Jeez.
Jennifer ended up showing up while Hannah was talking to them, and she took Hannah back home.
What ethnicity were they?
They were all black.
Oh, okay.
The whole
okay,
family.
because I saw the
Jennifer
Devontae
and
was.
Yeah, Jennifer and Sarah were white, but all of their kids were black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Jennifer ended up showing up, like I said, and brought Hannah back home. The next day, the whole family showed up, and Jennifer explained that the kids will sometimes act out because they were drug babies. Hannah was forced to apologize to the couple, but Dana actually asked to speak with Hannah alone, but obviously Jennifer's like, no, that's not happening. So,
and it sucks because she can't say that because she's the mom.
Yep. Dana, the neighbor, had told her father about what happened, and he actually called and reported the incident to 911 a few days later. And I'm going to play that clip for you.
That I feel is being highly abused, and I can't wait till Monday in Woodland, Washington.
What's the address?
Okay, I'm going to give you the address of my daughter's house because it's right next door.
Okay, and what's going on there?
Well, they have 4 black children, which that part doesn't matter, and they're new here in Texas. But the other night, a little girl jumped out of the second-story window on the roof and then down I just can't live with it. Somebody's got to go there and check on
And
these
so
kids.
how old was the little kid that did that ran to your daughter's house?
About 12 years old, 13. And when they came looking for her, she was begging my daughter not to let them know she was there. And then eventually my son-in-law let them know. And then she had all four of the kids come back later and to say everything was okay, and they were all standing at attention like they were just scared to death. And I think there's something very serious going on there. And they're here from Texas. The kids might even be kidnapped.
Okay. And so did the girl ever say why she was scared?
No, she was crying, and it was 2 in the morning, and my daughter said the biggest problem was she's half awake. She couldn't believe what was going on. And basically, my son-in-law is like most people, they don't want to get involved. And so he's keeping my daughter out of it, but since she's told me about it, I just can't live with it. I'm very concerned for these kids. I just can't let this go any longer. Those kids, I think, is in very serious danger.
So that was it.
Jeez. Good for him for calling.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But like, I get the neighbors like not wanting, because it's like a
Yeah.
weird situation, because it's like, what if they are just making it up, or like,
Right.
but also it's 2:00 in the morning and a kid jumped out of the second story
Exactly.
window to come and tell you something. Like, there probably is something wrong. Like,
Exactly.
even if you think that there might be or might not be, like, call anyway.
You should always make a call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
You better be
Good for
rather
him.
be safe than sorry.
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, nothing came out of that report.
Of course.
And a few months later, Devontae started showing up at the neighbor's house asking for food. Bruce would give him food, and Devontae would ask him not to tell his mothers. He eventually came back with a wish list of foods that he would like to have for him and his siblings. The list contained peanut butter, fruits, bagels, and cured meat, like jerky and stuff like that. He asked them to put it in a box and leave it by the section of the fence so that their moms wouldn't see it.
He was asking the neighbors to do this
Yeah.
for them?
Yeah. Yep.
So clearly.
Yeah. After this happened about 10 times, Dana reported it to Child Services.
Good.
That same afternoon, Child Services went out to the house. Even though Child Services saw the family pull into the driveway in their GMC, no one answered the door. So, I guess they couldn't do anything about it. On March 24th, 2018.
So wait. So they knew they were home. They saw someone was home, but since they didn't answer the door, nothing could be.
Correct.
Why didn't you just call the cops?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh.
I know. So in March 24th, 2018, the neighbors reported to the police that they had not seen the car in a while. And it turned out that the family was traveling down Highway 1 along the West Coast. So they were on a trip. And Jennifer stopped updating her social media, which was not like her, because she was all about making her,
Making it look like they were perfect.
That Saturday, March 24th, Sarah texted her work at 3 a.m. stating that she didn't feel good and wouldn't be at work. And then she didn't show up on the 24th or the 26th. So one of her coworkers called in for a welfare check. And there was another recording for 911 on that, but basically she was, they're asking, what's going on. And she said, my coworker, she's my friend also, she randomly called in to work at 3 a.m. saying she didn't feel good, but then never showed up the next 2 days. And this is unlike her. She's always like punctual and whatnot. And
Right.
so that's about the 911 call. And then a tourist that was sightseeing along Highway 1 called 911. They reported seeing a GMC Yukon lying on the roof at the bottom of the 100-foot cliff.
Oh my God.
Both Jennifer and Sarah's bodies were inside of the vehicle. The bodies of Marcus, Abigail, Jeremiah were thrown a few hundred yards from the wreckage, and they were all dead.
Oh my God.
2 weeks later, Sierra's body was recovered from the beach north of the cliff, and a shoe with a foot inside washed up on the beach. And after a DNA test, it was discovered to be Hannah's foot. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just mad.
I know. Devontae's body was never found. Ever. It still has not been found. The incident report showed that Sarah had parked about 70 yards away from the cliff, and then she accelerated her vehicle to about 20 miles an hour, which you wouldn't think that that's very fast, but it was only 70 yards that she was traveling. And when you accelerate, it's a lot faster than
Right.
it seems, I guess, like the
And
force.
Plus, it's a cliff.
Yeah. Before the vehicle, so she accelerated the car to about 20 miles an hour before taking the vehicle and her family over the cliff. The computer of the vehicle showed that she didn't hit the brakes at all or even swerve the vehicle.
That can tell that?
Yeah, that's what the computer in your car is for.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Kind of like a black box.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
Toxicology reports showed Sarah was over the alcohol limit, and the children and Jennifer. Sorry, hold on. Jennifer was driving. The toxicology report showed that Sarah was over the alcohol limit, and the children had a high amount of Benadryl in their systems, and none of them were wearing seatbelts. So she drugged her family and took them all over a cliff. Looking into the computer and phone devices, it was shown that Sarah searched. Jennifer. Let me take that back. Toxicology reports showed that Sarah was over the alcohol limits, and the children and Jennifer had the high amounts of Benadryl in their systems, and none of them were wearing seatbelts.
Jeez.
Looking into the computer and phone devices, it was shown that Sarah searched Benadryl suicide. Can 500 milligrams of Benadryl kill a 120-pound human? And is death by drowning relatively painless? And how long does it take to die from hypothermia while drowning in a car?
What? Oh my gosh.
So she was just checking all of her boxes off. Authorities in Washington State searched their house. They did notice a lack of personal items for the children. The room that all the children shared, they found library books and a few board games, but nothing personal to the children. One officer even said that it didn't even. He said that they wouldn't have known that children lived there if they didn't know children lived there.
Jeez. And they all shared a room?
They all
6
shared
of them?
Yep.
Good God.
And that is the awful, very sad story of the Hart family.
Ah.
Happy Mother's
Those
Day.
bitches.
I know. It's crazy that Jennifer was the one that took the family over the cliff. Or not Jennifer, Sarah was the one that took the family over the cliff when Jennifer seemed to be the one that had the issue.
Uh-huh.
But I'm wondering if it's because Sarah was so depressed by what Jennifer was doing.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking too. Like, oh my God, we can't get out of this. Everybody's reporting on us. There's no turning back from this. Or
friggin' divorce her.
Yeah.
And take the children.
Or turn yourselves in and be good people.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I hope that adoption agency is closed.
I hope so too. Hopefully they didn't survive COVID.
So many, I feel like if kids are adopted and there's police reports given or calls from people, anonymous calls or tips or whatever given, I feel like that immediately they should be like, okay, let's check and see, are these their biological kids or are they adopted kids? Okay, they're adopted, so let's make sure we put this in a file with the adoption agency.
Right.
And if we get over 2, then we should probably go out there and fucking check on them.
Yeah.
And if they don't answer the fucking door, bring police down there and kick it down and be like, hey, how you doing? You good?
Just like that. Hey, how you doing?
Are you good? anything going on?
You're good? I'm not good.
Do you want to go out and go get a Big Mac and talk about something? I don't know.
I feel I am a huge advocate for social workers and everything like that, but I know that they're short-staffed everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm not making an excuse for them because there's that one boy that Gabriel Martinez, I think I watched a documentary on Netflix about it, and it was like constant reports of like abuse nonstop.
Is that like this? Was he 6 or something? Or
Yeah,
I can't. Yeah, I can't watch that.
that it
I've
was
heard about it.
awful, and
Yeah.
all of those social workers went to jail for it
Good.
because they all neglected that boy.
Take it seriously.
Yeah.
Like, especially whenever like you hear that someone calls 911 because they're saying that they jumped out of the window at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah, asking for food.
Yeah, and then a second call is made from the house, and you're just like, okay, let's just send some social workers out there. Oh,
They didn't answer
well,
the
they're
door.
not answering the door, so they're probably fine. Or maybe they're all dead. I don't know.
Well, not my problem.
Yeah, if you would have just insisted on going in, they probably wouldn't be dead by now. Just so you know.
Yeah,
Social
exactly.
worker. Sorry. That makes me mad.
I know, those poor babies.
Yep.
Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah,
Please love your babies, guys. Hug them
your
tight.
kids a little tighter tonight.
Yes.
And if you see something, say something.
Yes.
Don't just even if they don't follow up on it, at least say something. Cause then, one, you're not carrying that burden anymore.
Yeah.
Two, it goes even if it's not if every time you make a call to 911, it goes into a book. So I probably have like 20 things because I call 911 all the time. That's a lie. I don't. But every time you do, it goes into a thing.
Okay.
And so they'll be like, oh, I see you made a report here. Oh, it's all in the same house. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe we should really look
So
into
why
this.
didn't they do that though? That's what my
Because they were
question
moving
is.
around.
Okay. Because like
Yeah,
that's at least 3
states-
reports in one location.
There's not if it's followed up and it gets put into an FBI database basically. But if they're convicted on anything, but if they're not convicted on it, it's not going
Right.
to be in. So the only one that would show up is that assault that she got probation for. But that was in a different state. They went to so many
Yeah,
Connecticut,
which makes sense to why
Minnesota.
they'd probably move.
And states don't share that information except for the FBI database. If you want that other information, you have to ask for the records for it.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Fun times. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear a funny neighborhood
Yes,
story?
face.
All right. This one is from next door, and it says, I left the front door open and my beloved Roomba escaped.
Oh, no.
It's a note that says, I left the front door open and my beloved Roomba escaped. He goes by the name Steve, but probably won't respond. Oops, where did it go? No. Hold on. It probably won't respond.
He's a naughty Roomba.
It's part of a picture, so it's part of it's cut out. But probably won't respond. Can't believe I'm posting this, but thought it was worth a try. We lost our Roomba 2 weeks ago. I don't know if he wandered off down the street looking for cleaner carpets or if someone might have snagged him. Why would anyone steal a Roomba? It says. Have looked under all of our furniture and all of the obvious places. Thanks.
Oh, Roomba. Steve.
Steve, come back.
Come back, Steve.
My floors are so dirty. I need you, Steve.
I don't know how they could do that. If it's a Roomba, it has a...
Yeah, like it can't like go for like doorways or thresholds, can it?
No, it can't. But maybe if they have like an apartment and it's a
Oh,
small
yeah, maybe.
threshold. I know that they only have like that tap.
Oh yeah, and they like do like a sensor, like you said, like can't you like a lot of them can't you like have an app on your phone of
where they
their
don't go in
path?
certain places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. Where's my Roomba? I wonder if they found it.
I've seen so many of those on Facebook
I've
and
never
on
seen that
TikTok.
before.
Like I've seen one on TikTok. The Roomba was just like going down the road, and the guy's like, "Where are you going, bud?"
They need a camera on them.
Yeah, they do. Anyways, we're gonna get
Yes.
Happy Mother's Day to our mothers and all of our friends that are mothers.
Yeah,
You guys are wonderful.
Thanks for being a mom. What's wrong?
Where did the thing go? Oh,
Yeah, that file is up. Is it still recording? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, be sure to check out our website, what'swiththeneighbors.com. It has everything on there, our merch, where to listen to us. Go check out our YouTube. You can watch full episodes for free now.
For free. And Patreon.
And if you want to watch them early, you can watch them on Patreon. They're all on there. And you can also join our donor bus and help out the show. We also have Buy Me Coffee, where you can donate however much money you want, and we put it towards the show. And last but not least, don't forget about the Bow Reel Bigfoot Expo, which is in June.
Yeah.
I'm still figuring that out.
Yeah. But also...
Oh, that's at bowreelbigfootexpo.com.
Yes. And also another little tidbit, if we do happen to just go silent for a week, bear with us. It's nothing's wrong with the podcast. We just have a lot going on in our personal lives that we will eventually reveal.
Yes.
But
we're going to Hollywood, man. Just kidding.
Going to Hollywood.
No, unfortunately.
Oh, someday I'm going to go out to Hollywood, Jerry.
We don't have faces for that.
No, we don't.
But we've got the voices.
We got the voices. You have a great voice for radio.
And rodeo.
And rodeo.
Come on down.
Get down there, cowboy.
So thank you, patience. Thank you
yeah.
for having patience with us. And we love you guys.
And send us lots of love on Facebook and
Yes.
all our social medias because we need it right now.
Yes.
And have you checked on the neighbors?
What's with the neighbors?
Bring Amy out. Psh. Say hi to your cats for us.
Don't get dead. Meow.
Going to Hollywood, baby.